right, quickly, guys. Well, I got a few minutes here. We met with the game warden this weekend for the Granville County area, North Carolina. Was able to ask him some wonderful questions. And I'm just gonna run down through a few of them and what we talked about. Some of the biggest things was getting written permission from your landowners. Again, just making sure that you have the right to be on that land. So if it's something that's been grandfathered in, make sure you grandfather it in with written permission. The game warden said, please do it because it might come up where it's going to be needed. Second thing was making sure that you know how far to shoot from different dwellings, whether it be a school, a house, a neighbor's house, or something like that. Make sure you know either what the game warden is going to tell you and what the sheriff is going to tell you, because depending on what county you in might be the difference in the ordinance for that county. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what he said for us, because that goes for us at Granville County. It might be totally different and you might be surprised. I'm telling you that. Look into it. You may be surprised. Also, he told us about having your gun at boating access areas. So if you're at an access area where you can drop in your boat, you cannot have a loaded firearm. No loaded firearm. Now, you can load it once you get in the boat. You can load it once you get in your vehicle, go on. But at that boating access area, in that parking lot, and on the boat ramp, no loaded gun, period. Also, he makes sure to tell you about tagging your deer. He said the thing that you want to do is, if you can get a signal, go ahead and call that deer in. Now, you have 12 hours to call that deer in. But as soon as you put your hands on that dead deer, you need to tag it, punch your tag. And if North Carolina, if y'all know, our tags look a little bit different this time. It has the month, and it also has the date, the actual day that you shot that deer. So you better make sure you got both, or at least that one tagging that deer, punch that tag. Make sure you got that stuff done. No four-wheelers on game land. No four-wheelers on game land at all. Make sure that if you are a disabled person and you have a permit to get on game land, fine. But if you don't, no four-wheelers, no dirt bikes, no nothing on game land unless you got a permit to do so. Kind of a stupid question I asked, but I wanted to make sure. Can I shoot a gobbler from the roost in daylight? No. Don't shoot that gobbler from the roost in daylight. He said it's kind of like shooting a squirrel's nest. Okay, all right, fair. He also said, if you're the person that likes to jump out the vehicle with a sawzall and cut the antlers off a deer, call that deer in. Just call it in and just make sure that you can get some kind of permission from the game warden, or some kind of number that he'll give you, or his name to give you to go along with your deer. And what they'll ask for is a picture of the horns and a picture of the actual deer itself. And then you can go from there. But I think you still have to remove the deer from the road. You can't just go cutting the head off the deer and leaving everything there. They're not gonna play that. From the road, parking on the road or parking off the road, he said that if there is a visible ditch on the side of that road, the shooting area, or where that hunt starts at, is on the other side of that ditch. So if you're gonna jump out your truck right beside the right off the side of the road and start shooting, that's a no-go. You're gonna get a ticket. So make sure. Now, again, check with your game warden about this stuff, guys, because it's gonna be different at where you are at. Not only is it gonna be different where you're at, is it sheriff related or is it game warden related? Because you might get a ticket on the sheriff's side and not the game warden side, or the game warden side and not the sheriff's side. So check and make sure. I like this guy that we had. The one big thing that he said is build a relationship with the landowners, build a relationship with the people that's around the landowners that you hunt on their land. Talk to them, check on them once a couple times a year to make sure everything's good to go, and make sure you get that written permission. He was real big on just building some kind of relationship, and that right there might be the best thing that ever happened. Of course, if you're looking to get a ticket, you rather spend some time with the landowner or landowners around versus paying for that ticket. And make sure you know the land that you're on. And they're using on X. I use Hunt Stand. You can use any of them, but just make sure you know where you're at. I'm trying to think. He went over so many different things. Awesome game warden for Granville County. Again, I wanted to film for this guy, but I did not want to. I didn't want to throw him off his game. I didn't want to make it think I'm trying to catch him in some kind of story or telling us something wrong. So I just sit there and listen very good. There was a whole bunch of things he went over, guys. Just an awesome guy. And Dad got a buck this Saturday, which I was very happy. It was his birthday weekend. Man, you couldn't tell that man nothing. Live action big man. Anyway, a couple shout out. Shout out to the Bow Show. Shout out to Captain Jack Family Tradition Hunting Club. Shout out to Scrub Oak. Old School Mike Harris. Thank you very much. Old Bubba, old Hadaway. Thank you for sending me pictures, Hadaway, of the deer you shot. I think you and Dad shot a deer right about the same time. So that's good stuff. Listen, guys, I gotta go to work. I'll see you. See you in the woods.